Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by the garden today. We got really bad storms the other day. The past few days actually, they've been really bad. We've had a lot of wind, a lot of rain, so a lot of fungus is out and a lot of plants got damaged. So today, since it's nice and sunny this morning, I gotta come out here, see what's damaged. Now my kalanchoes flopped over. They actually uprooted out of the ground. I have 4 huge ones here, as you can see. The one is still standing straight up and the one in the front is still standing. But this one has took a hit. They kind of fell over and now they're bending because they've been like this for the past few days, so they'll actually take shape of the way they're bending and stay that way. Then the tops will go veer up like this one here and start pointing up, as you can see. You can see how that stretches towards the sun. And I had a stick in there. I had 2 sticks in here, but the wind ended up blowing it up anyway because it came up out of the ground. So we're gonna have to kind of redig a hole, add some soil on here, and just prop it back up. You know, when you get a storm like this, the only thing you can do is come out here, check your garden, make sure everything's okay, fix what's not, you know, fix what's broken, leave what's not. And these sunflowers look good back here. They did pretty good with the storm. We're gonna just go throughout the garden and check here today. I just want to show you, you know, after a storm, it is normal to lose things. It's normal to get fungus, which we've been getting a lot here because it's been non-stop raining. Now fungicide, I use for fungus preventative, I use neem oil, which is a oil, comes out of a neem tree, and it's organic, safe for the environment and for your plants. You can see this is chlorosis of the leaves, I think, not fungus. So chlorosis of the leaves means your plant's not sucking up adequate nutrients and something's wrong. So usually for me, I know in my soil I lack iron. So I'm gonna get some iron tone, I think, and put it in my ground so this way my plant can suck up the nutrients it needs adequately, because it's just not. And then, you know, it turns that yellow in between the leaves with the green veins like that. Let me get closer so you can see how it yellows with the green veins, and that's chlorosis. It means your plant's not sucking up enough nutrients, whether it's from, you know, being too root bound, no nutrients, not enough nutrients of one type of thing, like my iron. I know I lack a lot of iron. My zinnias took a little hit here. I weaved them up in the fence in the back because they broke down. That one back there kind of just broke over, so I weaved it in between the fence. We have 2 zinnia plants here. They're getting really big, so they're getting top heavy, and that wind just kind of blew them away yesterday, but they're doing okay. We still have peppers here. We didn't get any more damage on our peppers. As you can see, a few days ago we lost this side. We lost 1 stalk coming out of my pepper, but we still have that 1 pepper on the other side, and it's growing, so we're gonna do okay. They're pollinating, they're looking good. And then this one's pollinating too. You can see we have a nice little green pepper on there. My zinnia is doing good. So not a lot took a hit yesterday, just some. My sunflowers are getting big back there. I got new ones I just planted. And we're just going throughout the garden, seeing what we need to clean up today because it's a mess out here. You can see we haven't been able to mow because the rain. You know, you can't mow the grass when it's wet out because it clumps up in your mower and it's no good. We cleaned out these totes. I got these totes ready, ripped out all the old, all the diseased, got rid of it, and we're gonna plant some new. I'm not sure what yet, but we'll do a video and let you guys know what we're planting. I might just put some green beans, some pole beans up here to trellis up this trellis, or some corn. I might grow some corn, make a little flower tote as well. Our watermelon did really good. I'm surprised. I've been checking on this every day. This watermelon pollinated for me. So look, we have a little watermelon baby. Can see she pollinated. So that's a female watermelon. It grows with a little watermelon out of it, immature watermelon on the end. And this is a male flower. See these with the regular long stems on them? That's a male flower. This male flower has to pollinate this female. Once that flower, sorry guys, once that female flower starts popping up on the top, you'll see a little fruit on the end, premature fruit. And then you want to take that male flower, kind of dab it in the female, like here. We don't have any other females on here, so we can take a male for you. You can see the male has a lot of pollen in there, so what you want to do is bend the leaves back, just crunch them down. And what you can do is take your little male flower, pollinate the end of that female. Once that flower opens on the female, you have 1 day to do it, and then that flower closes. If you don't have a lot of bees around, you can definitely hand pollinate, and this way you make sure you get a pollination. Just dab it in the female a little bit. You can take a brush and do it. I have a video on hand pollinating your plants if you need to. I will post it below so you guys can take a look at that if you need help. And at this point, when you start getting fruit like that, you want to back off on the watering a little bit. So since we've been getting so much rain, I haven't watered. And rainwater is just so good for your plants. I've collected so much of it outside. Just going to bend down here and show you. So this is not lacking anything, but I can tell she's starting to get light in color. So she's going to be sucking up a lot of nutrients right now because we have to promote that fruit growth. So we got to make sure we top off with some organic compost, some earthworm casting, some fertilizer like a 10-10-10. So we're going to use my Dynagrow Grow nutrients along in conjunction with the bloom. So I use a Dynagrow nutrients. They have a grow and a bloom system, plus like a Mag Pro system, a foliage spray. They have the neem oil. They have like a heat stress for the plants, which I've been using, and it's really helping to keep my garden healthy right now, especially with the heat we're getting. You know, we're just at 98 degrees every day with the humidity up. So it's really tough to grow certain things here in Florida. Let's go turn around, take a look at my blueberry. You can see my blueberry over here is doing really well. She's just growing enormously. She's got tons of growth on her. We're giving her grow every week. Dynagrow Grow every week or so, and she's pushing out a lot of foliage. We're going to do a video for you. I'm pruning her up and just trimming the spent branches. So you can see there's a lot of branches in here that had the blueberries on it, which are spreading out here. And we have to cut this off because we're going to get new growth all within these branches. You can see we're already starting to get new growth in here. So what we're going to do is cut this tip off just at that end right there, and it's going to shoot out all branches from each leaf node. We're going to cut these down because they're just spent. Now when you have growth coming out like this, I usually leave it. I usually leave this because that means all this is going to pop out growth. But you can see it's already starting to. So what I do is just go ahead. These blueberries are spent. They're done for the season. We bloom here in like fall to early spring, and it's like summer here for us in Florida already. So we're just going to pop all these berries off, these old berries, let the new ones grow. We'll cut the tip. You can see we'll cut that little tip off, and it'll encourage all this growth to come and branch out in your stems. My blackberry is doing okay. She's not doing that good. Let me go slow because she's getting hit with a lot of that fungus. She gets black spot and fungus a lot, which we're trimming her up, and she's getting a lot of new growth, which is good. I'm glad we're seeing this. This is what you want. When we prune off all them branches, we did a video on pruning after she blooms, this blackberry, and you can see why, because she pushes out all these leaf nodes, all these branches. She's going to turn into a vine, just like this one. You know, they're going to turn into vines, any branches that shoot up. So we're just going to go ahead, keep on trimming her, see what happens. We put her behind the house here, which gets afternoon shade, so she's getting a lot of morning sun, about 6 to 8 hours, and then she's getting afternoon shade. You can see we have nice new growth. Let's go over to our little totes over here, show you what's going on. You can see that this little coleus section here that I'm starting to make, I actually buried some blackberries. So blackberries from your tree, from your blackberry tree that you're looking to, you know, that are not good, or you picked too late, or maybe the birds got them. They're seeds. There's so many seeds in these blackberries. So what I do is sprinkle them in the lawn, right? They're going to stain, so make sure you wear gloves or something, or just wash your hands after. Pick off each little speckle, and each little speckle here, each little ball, holds seeds in it. And what I do is I'm going to cover this with a layer of soil and make sure we go ahead and start some more blackberries. Why not? Why not try, you know? We're going to plant those directly in the ground. And I've never done that before with a blackberry directly in the ground. I usually dry it up first and then plant it. But we're going to try to do that here. Now, they're not heirloom seeds. I don't think it's an heirloom plant. Heirloom means it's been the same. It hasn't been genetically modified for decades. It's been the same seed for decades and decades. It's not a hybrid. Hybrids really, you know, it takes years and years for you to collect those seeds for it to become an heirloom off of that one plant. So heirloom is just the same seed that hasn't been genetically modified for years and years to come. That blackberry is the first time I'm pruning off of it, so it's going to take a couple of years to get a nice healthy plant and seeds that are nice and viable, all of them, that I can use. And that's a whole different ball game there. We'll explain that to you in another video, heirloom versus non-heirloom. I know Paula at Just Living. She's amazing. She's a friend of mine. We met on YouTube, and she's just absolutely great. She actually mentioned heirloom last night on her live stream yesterday, and I wanted to touch base on that because I know a lot of people had questions on it. She did a really good job, so if you want, you can check out her video. I'll try to post that below. She did a little live stream and just talked about heirloom a little bit. So did we in the chat. You can definitely look at that live chat. I'll post it below for you so you can take a look. But this coleus right here just totally bent over. As you can see, I was pruning some foliage off. You can see where it uprooted. See that? Because it was just so top heavy. The rain blew, the wind blew. We have plants down over here. We have another coleus plant laying down on the side here. So we're not doing too good, you guys, this morning. A lot of things got damaged. We're going to take a look at our little carrots right here, our peppers, which we pruned. I pruned my peppers up because a lot of the foliage was diseased on the bottom because we've been getting so much rain. And when you get rain, you really can't treat with neem oil because that neem oil is going to be washed off your foliage. So I haven't been able to treat the past couple of days, and it's just, you know, I can see the fungus just starting to reoccur. So I have to get out here today, make sure I treat tonight with neem oil, a heavy dose in the soil, around my containers, in the foliage, and we should be good to go. You can see how much this carrot tote has grown from all that rain. They're going to be ready to pick soon. We got empty buckets here that we're getting ready to plant in. My eggplant was in there, which took a poop on me because she just got overwhelmed with the heat. The heat got to her. She was out in the full blaring sun, and eggplant can take full sun. But here in Florida, it's really bad, especially with the rain and stuff. The blooms were dropping. She was just getting too overwhelmed with the heat. So I ripped her out. We have another eggplant we put down there by our side garden, over by the side of the house, and we're going to see if she grows really well for us too. So I'm going to add some earthworm castings throughout the garden today. I'm going to get these totes ready. I flipped all the soil upside down. My green beans were in here, so I took out my green beans. They were just not doing good. They took a real bad hit from the rain these past couple of days, the fungus. So I ripped her out, and we're going to plant some corn or something in here. I'm going to get the garden ready, plant some more things. Peppers, you know, I want to plant a bunch of peppers. This way we can cut them up and freeze them. Got her raspberry growing really good. She's doing well since we topped her. We topped her foliage off right here. You can see one top there, and then she pushed out all these side branches. And that's how you grow raspberry. If there's anything here that you need videos on individually, let me know. I'd love to help you in any way possible. We're just going to go throughout the garden and clean up big time because it's just a mess out here. As you can see, the grass is growing so big, and it's just no good for the garden. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to get rocking out with some earthworm castings and some more seeds to plant here, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.